I am your host, Ebony Anuforo, and I'm so happy that you are here today. Today, we're going to be discussing a topic that is close to many mom entrepreneurs' hearts, and that is time management. As a busy mom who runs a business, it can feel very overwhelming trying to balance work and family life. However, with some practical tips and strategies, you can make the most of your time and achieve the goals that you set out to achieve without having to sacrifice time with your family and time for yourself. So, in this episode, I want to share 5 tips to help you improve on your time management. So, let's start with tip number 1. Prioritize your to do list. When you're a busy mom entrepreneur, it's easy to feel, again, overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks that you need to accomplish each day. But not all tasks are created equal, and some are more important than others. So, to make the best of your time, it's crucial for you to prioritize your to do list. When you have a never ending list of tasks to complete, it can be hard to know where to start. However, by prioritizing your task, you can focus on what's most important and make progress on the most critical goals. One technique that you can use that can be very helpful is a technique called the Eisenhower Matrix, which involves categorizing tasks based on their urgency and their importance. By doing this, you can quickly identify the tasks that require your immediate attention and those that can wait until later. The matrix involves categorizing tasks into 4 different categories. Let's start with the first one: urgent and important tasks. These tasks are both time sensitive and critical to your goals. They should be the top of your priority and should be completed as soon as possible. Next, you'll have important but not urgent tasks. These tasks are important to your goals, but they're not time sensitive. So you should schedule time for these tasks on your calendar, but they can be completed at a later time. Next, we have the urgent but not important task. These tasks are time sensitive, but they are not critical to your goals. So consider delegating these tasks to someone else or finding a way to complete them quickly. And last, we have not urgent and not important tasks. These tasks are neither time sensitive nor critical to your goals, and they should be eliminated or minimized as much as possible to free up more time for more important tasks. By using the Eisenhower Matrix, you can quickly identify the tasks that require your immediate attention and those that can wait till later. This will help you focus on what's most important and make progress on most critical goals. Another tip for prioritizing your to do list is to focus on tasks that have the most impact on your bottom line. For example, if you're running a business, focus on tasks that will generate the most revenue for your business or have the most significant impact on your customers or on your clients. Overall, by prioritizing your to do list, you can make the most of your time and achieve your goals without sacrificing time with your family. Tip number 2, and this is a good one: delegate tasks when possible. As a mom entrepreneur, you may feel like you have to do everything yourself. And the truth is, that's not the case. Delegating tasks to others can free up your time, it can reduce stress, and it can help you focus on what you do best. This could involve outsourcing tasks to either a virtual assistant or hiring a nanny to help with childcare. Delegating tasks may also involve enlisting help from your spouse, or even your children with household chores or other tasks around the house. To start delegating effectively, it's important to identify first the tasks that you can delegate. Think about the tasks that takes up a lot of your time or that you don't enjoy doing. These are often the best tasks that you can delegate to others. For me, it's laundry. I despise it. So that's one of the tasks that I usually typically have my husband help with. And we also enlist the kids to help with folding and sorting and so forth. Once you identify the task to delegate, you'll need to decide who is going to be the one to do the task, who you're going to delegate to. This again can be your spouse, a family member, friend, or if you decide to hire an employee, that'll be great too. When you're delegating tasks, though, it's important for you to choose someone who you know is going to be capable of completing the task and who you can trust to do a good job. When delegating tasks, it's also important to be clear about your expectations. Clearly communicate what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and any specific guidelines or requirements that you have for the specific task. It's also essential to give the person you're delegating the authority to make decisions and take ownership of the task that you're delegating them to do. Finally, remember to follow up and provide feedback. Check in periodically to see how things are going and offer guidance or feedback as needed. This will help ensure that the task is completed correctly and to your satisfaction. By delegating tasks, you free up more of your time, you're reducing stress, and it's allowing you to focus on tasks that are most important to you and to your business and to your family. Plus, delegating tasks can be an excellent way to empower others and build a sense of teamwork and collaboration within your family or within your business. Tip number 3, use time blocking. Time blocking is a highly effective time management technique, and it involves scheduling specific blocks of time for a specific task. It's a great way to stay organized and focused on what's most important, especially when you have a lot of competing priorities. Time blocking can help you avoid multitasking and stay focused on one task at a time. For example, you can block off 2 hours in the morning for work related tasks, 2 hours in the afternoon for household chores, and 2 hours in the evening for family time. By doing this, you can ensure that each area of your life gets the attention that it deserves. To get started with time blocking, first take a look at your to do list and identify the tasks that are most important and time sensitive. Then, assign each task a specific block of time on your calendar. Be sure to include breaks and any other appointments or obligations you have during the day. When scheduling your time blocks, it's important to be realistic about how long each task will take. So avoid over scheduling yourself and be sure to build in some buffer time to allow for unexpected interruptions or delays. It's also very important to be disciplined about sticking to your schedule. Avoid distractions as much as possible during your time blocks and try to stay focused on the task at hand. If you find that you're struggling to stay on track, try setting a timer to keep you accountable. One of the benefits of time blocking is that it can help you avoid the trap of multitasking, which can actually be less efficient and be more stressful. I talk about it in another episode. I really do not like multitasking. So when you're time blocking, you want to be focused on one task at a time. It allows you to be better able to give your full attention and your energy, which can lead to a better result and greater sense of accomplishment on the task. Overall, time blocking can be a very highly effective way to manage your time and achieve your goals, both in your business and in your personal life. By staying organized, disciplined, and focused, you can make the most of your time and achieve success on your own terms. The next tip, take breaks. It's tempting to work through the day without taking a break. However, taking regular breaks throughout the day is crucial to maintaining your energy, your focus, and your productivity. Taking breaks can help prevent burnout, it can reduce stress levels, which in turn will lead to better mental health and increased creativity. When you take breaks, you give your brain a chance to rest, to recharge, which can help you come back to your work with a fresh perspective. To get the most out of your breaks, it's important to make them meaningful. Now, this means taking breaks that can help you recharge and feel refreshed, rather than just mindlessly scrolling through social media or checking emails. Some examples of meaningful breaks might include going for a walk outside, catching some air, doing some stretching, or simply just doing breathing techniques and focusing on your breathing. You could also try meditating or using your quiet time to pray or practice mindfulness. All of this can help reduce stress and improve your focus. Another important aspect of taking breaks is timing. It's important to take breaks as regular as possible throughout the day rather than waiting until you're completely burned out to take a break. So aim to try to take short breaks every hour or so, or you can take longer breaks every few hours. When you take a break, it's also important to disconnect from work as much as possible. This means stepping away from your computer, putting your phone on silent, and avoiding anything that may distract you from your break. Ultimately, taking breaks is essential to maintaining your energy, your focus, and your productivity as a busy mom entrepreneur. By making sure that your breaks are meaningful and that you're timing them well and you're being strategic, you give yourself the space and the time you need to recharge and for you to be your best. And finally, tip number 5, be flexible. As a busy mom entrepreneur, you're likely juggling multiple responsibilities and tasks on a daily basis. Even with the best time management strategies in place, unexpected events and last minute changes can still occur. That's why it's important to be flexible and adaptable in your approach to time management. Being flexible means recognizing that sometimes things won't go according to plan. Maybe a child gets sick, a meeting gets rescheduled, or a project takes longer than anticipated. When things happen, it's important to be able to adjust your plans and prioritize accordingly. One way to be flexible is to build some buffer time into your schedule. This means leaving some extra time in between tasks and appointments so that you have some wiggle room if things don't go exactly as planned. It also means being willing to adjust your schedule or your to-do list as needed. So you might have to change and move things around in order to accommodate unexpected events. And another way to be flexible is to practice the art of saying no. As a busy mom entrepreneur, it can be tempting to say yes to every opportunity or every request that comes your way. However, sometimes you need to recognize that you're already stretched too thin and you need to say no to new commitments. Finally, being flexible also means being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Don't beat yourself up or feel guilty if you need to adjust your plans or reschedule a task. Remember, you're doing the best that you can, and it's okay to be flexible and make changes when needed. By being flexible and adaptable in your approach to time management, you can reduce stress, you can increase your overall productivity. So embrace the unexpected. Be willing to adjust your plans, and don't forget to give yourself grace along the way. As a busy mom entrepreneur, managing your time can be a real challenge. But with the right strategies and mindset, you can take control of your schedule and achieve your goals both in your business and in your personal life. By implementing these tips, you can become more organized, focused, productive, while also reducing stress and improving your overall well being. Remember, be realistic and flexible and make adjustments as needed to ensure that your schedule works for you and your family. Managing your time as a busy mom entrepreneur is an ongoing process, but by taking small steps each day, you can make a big difference in your life and in your business. So be kind to yourself, stay focused on your goals, and keep moving forward one step at a time. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope that these management tips have been helpful, and I look forward to sharing more insights and inspiration with you in the future. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.